Year survivor of Kodiak Island. He was born in Oregon, raised on a cattle ranch, and came to Kodiak Island in search of advanced ranching quite well. He is married to Anne, and they have 2 young children together. Nathan is currently finishing a bachelor's degree with Moody Bible Institute, so you can say he's in hibernation for the winter. As a co-owner with his father of Kodiak Cattle Ranch, Alaska Meat Company, they built and operate Alaska's first USDA mobile meat processing facility and own the 2nd largest cattle ranch in the state. Please welcome Nathan Nunn.
It is really hard to see everyone. So I'd like to invite you to join with me in a cattle drive. We're at Kodiak Island. You can just imagine that the weather is nice, the sun is out, and of course the bugs are out too. And you're on a 4-wheeler, not a horse, but you're helping us round up cows. And so you're in the back, moving up, and I'm bringing you into a part of the story that's fairly hectic. Because in this part of the story, we have this ornery cow here, and then all of a sudden you see, I get knocked off my 4-wheeler, and you look and you see there's a 1,000-pound cow teetering on top of my 4-wheeler. As she slides off the back, you see me stand up and think to myself, I better run. And so I'm running through the mud, and you see me going and going, and the cow's getting closer, closer. And then in comes my brother on his 4-wheeler, and he chases the cow off, and he hassles her, and she goes off her own way. So that one got away. I've been chasing cows since I was, I guess before I was old enough to know better. But I have to tell you a story about a boat. Because you see, when 12 years ago, we'll rewind a little bit. I was a little bit younger, just out of high school. We moved here and we came to Kodiak Island, it's an island just south of Kodiak. It's close to the village of Akiak. And there are cows there. My dad and I are ranchers, and so first thing we learned is that you have to have these to be a Kodiak cowboy, right? The second thing we decided on our own is you have to have a boat to haul your cows, right? And so we went in search of a landing craft, and we looked, we couldn't find anything. Then there was one in Valdez, so we go there, and here, sitting on the beach at an angle about like this, for I guess over a decade, here's this boat, and it's about 65 feet long, just picture this, and 25 feet wide. It's like a floating tub. And the engines are both seized up, and this thing needs a lot of work. But it has a bow ramp on the front, like on the Army movies where the bow comes down, the Army men run off, You can run cows on too. So if you look on the side, you see it's half rusted off, but you see the words, Ocean Green. So we bought the Ocean Green, and we were excited. We were going to get this boat seaworthy, and then as soon as we could, we were going to drive it home from Valdez all the way to Kodiak. We had no idea what that was about. We had no idea about that. From Oregon, on the east side, if you look across the state of Oregon, all you see is sagebrush. So that was our, like a skiff. I grew up thinking a skiff was a little bit of snow on the ground. So there's your introduction to me. But after about 2.5 months of working on this boat, we had some pain, we had some troubles, but we got it going. So we invited a skipper to come along. We invited my brother to come along. And so we start backing off the beach on high tide. Here it is, middle of the day, and it floats, and so we're going. The skipper's backing up the boat, and then the boat does this. Oh no. So the middle of the night, low tide, we're down there with a cutting torch in the dark, cutting this buried cable that's stuck to our boat. So the next day, high tide again. And he backs it off the beach. And we're good. We're going. We make it about 45 minutes out of the harbor, and the boat catches fire. And it just starts burning, and the aluminum is melting down. And we tried putting it out. I mean, my face was black, my hands were burnt. We eventually just jumped off the boat to save our lives. And watch it burn. There it goes. We have a floating shell now, just a rusty steel shell. I'm thinking, why didn't it sink? But it didn't. So, we put it up on the beach for the winter. We came back the next spring, resurrected it yet again. And this time it was a little nicer weather. About a 2-day trip, right? From Valdez to Kodiak. Well, about day 3, we're getting weary. And the engines keep dying, and we're plugging up filters, and we don't have any more. And about day 4, my dad has 6 broken bones in his hand, and we're more weary. Day 5, we finally make it to Kodiak. Oh. Looking back, I have no idea why we're still here. We had a leaky life raft that wouldn't even work. We didn't know how to use our radar, on and on. But obviously God had us here for a reason. So, I forgot where my story was. Oh yeah, we just got to Kodiak. So we're moving supplies to the ranch. We're taking cows back. We're moving supplies to the ranch, bringing meat back. Everything's going good. Well, we parked the boat for the winter on the beach, and it's just what you do with landing crafts, right? Flat bottom. It's a good anchorage for the winter. Well, we come back from a family trip, and we go to check on our boat, and we're looking, like, where'd the boat go? About this much of a 3-story boat is sticking out of the water. It had sunk in about 15 feet of water. So we resurrected again. Rebuilt what needed to be rebuilt for a 3rd time. And we go down to Sitkanak again, calling supplies. Somebody wants to buy the boat. Evidently, after you sink it and you burn it, it's worth more. He makes us an offer we cannot refuse, and so we sell it to him. And he asked us to teach him how to run it. So, this new owner was about 86 years old. He was just kind of a last adventure type of a thing, you know. And so naturally, a year later, he passed away, and the family offered us the boat. They said, "Would you like to buy it?" And so it was easy. We said no. So somebody put it on the beach out at Marine Hill, and they just let it wash up sideways. Well, he decided he didn't like boats either, at least this boat. So he says, "Would you like to just have it for free?" That was a little harder, but my mom thankfully said, no. So, no. Some guy from Southeast, he took it. He was very eager to have a boat. He stole a bunch of stuff on board, got in trouble with the law because of it. I mean, lawyers and cops were after him. Nobody could find him. I tried calling him. Nobody could find him. Nobody ever heard from him again. And so the fate of the Ocean Green remains a mystery. And for his sake, I hope that it didn't burn again or sink again. I mean, who knows where it is. But I'm just really glad that the Ocean Green finally got away.